I'm Deborah Tuff. Thank you for watching Upfront Gwinnett, Hidden Homeless. Gwinnett County is taking bold steps to support the unhoused through new initiatives and transformative partnerships. From affordable housing like this new neighborhood Fortview and unincorporated Gwinnett to our warming stations and even the unique program Motel to Home. The point is to provide hope for those who may at times feel hopeless. Here's to their path forward. Picture this, families who once faced the brink of despair now thriving in fully furnished homes, reclaiming their dreams one step at a time. That's the story of Rainbow Village in Norcross. Founded on a $25,000 donation from Christ Church Episcopal, Rainbow Village is more than a shelter. It's a launchpad.
Just about every family that comes to Rainbow Village wants to buy a house. So they have dreams and aspirations. What they don't have all the time are the tools to help them be prepared to be able to do those things.
CEO Reverend Melanie Connor is the powerhouse behind their mission to tackle homelessness head on.
We focus a lot on financial stability because if you can't pay your rent, if you don't have any money. We also focus on both physical and mental well-being, as well as career and employment. Yeah. We also want to start talking to our kids about investing. Parents, they will say, I just didn't know. Nobody ever taught me. Mm-hmm. And so we want to teach the kids while they are young so that we can break that cycle of homelessness and poverty. They pay $700 a month, period. $500 of that is their rent, and that includes their utilities, their apartment, and $200 of that goes into their savings account.
But what happens when the temperatures drop to 35 degrees and below and hope feels out of reach? Enter Gwinnett's warming stations where compassion meets action on the coldest nights. Lieutenant Elbert Gurley of Gwinnett Police knows the stakes all too well.
Most of the time before you put somebody in your back car and you see somebody in distress, you'll have a brief conversation with them, like, hey, how are you doing? Why are you out here? Because usually when the warm stations open up, it's below freezing. And you'll see them at, different gas stations on the corner or walking around. And a lot of time they're not properly clothed for the elements. So you'll have, conversation like, do you need any assistance? Do you want me to take you to a warming station?
These warming stations are lifelines, 5 stations placed across the county, 5 stations serving those who need it most. For those ready to move beyond temporary fixes, Gwinnett's housing initiatives are creating opportunities for stability and growth for families like Chastity Davis. The unique Motel to Home program has been a lifeline.
When I got the call about Motel to Home program and about qualifying for it, it was mixed emotions a little bit. It was almost like, are you sure? It was a bit of a reliever.
Brianna Knight shares a similar journey, navigating life in a motel while trying to provide for her family.
Life in a hotel is something that I never expected. Not only just for me, for my kids. I didn't see us being in this predicament, to be 100% honest. It hasn't been easy at all.
Matt Elder from the county's Housing and Community Development Division shares how federal grants help turn these plans into action.
We receive a grant through HUD called the Home Investment Partnerships Program, and that's been our affordable housing grant since the 80s that we've received annually, and it's been about $1.5 to $2 million recently a year. And with that grant, this past year for 2024, we were able to award to the Gwinnett Housing Corporation funding to acquire land to build the first tiny home community here in Gwinnett County which will be all for affordability, which is going to be a huge plus.
The county's investment in long-term solution.
Earlier this year, we were able to announce the allocation of $18 million to 12 different affordable housing projects that will end up building and renovating 999 housing units here in Gwinnett County, 780 of which will be affordable for those making 65% or below of area median income.
This neighborhood is one of them, placing the bullseye on an ever-moving target.
We're giving public housing new life in new and fancy and shiny places. All the projects will be completed by the end of 2026.
But groundbreaking plans and innovative ideas don't stop there. The county's first ever shelter for single men is set to open, providing a safe space for those who've gone too long without one.
That grant, also through ARPA, is going to be building the first homeless shelter in Gwinnett County for single men that will have 9 units for single men throughout the entire community, and will be run by a nonprofit called Impact 46.
Gwinnett's efforts showcase how a mix of immediate support and long-term investment can turn hope into reality.
This gives me a chance to, rekindle and to keep pushing. What's next for me and my family is to get back to who we are and to continue to prosper.
I know, and me and Bree hang out in here, so it's mine, but it's ours.
And with a $4.6 million investment to spur affordable housing through Rainbow Village's Building Homes, Building Hope campaign, the county is making strides, inch by inch, moving the needle to close the housing insecurity gap. As we close out this edition of Upfront Gwinnett Hidden Homeless, remember, all it takes is one person, one conversation, an entire community at a time. Thank you for allowing us in your homes each night as we tell those stories that help our community thrive. Until next time, I'm Deborah Tuff.